I don't know how long this is going to take, but let's see. They got this phenomenon where the Federal Register will print over the weekend the stuff for Monday. And it's, this thing, if you ever read the executive order on global health security, not only they mention this thing called the Wuji tool, which is disgusting, right? But they also talk about this thing concerning action packs, action packets. And I think that what action packets are they are some kind of financing that is underwritten, I believe now through the Federal Register. And so by the time the next week comes around, all these different entities that are already hooked up into the system do things connected to what is already put forward in finance through the Federal Register notices. And so when they have their city council meetings the next week, and I did this for a while, I did these spot checks for like 2 years, looking at various city councils that I got an intuition on, or I got some information on, and you would see on their agenda dates, metrics, names that totally corresponded and correlated with things that were in the Federal Register. Now the thing is if Congress was actually doing what it was supposed to be doing, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's a consistency in terms of having some correlation between different governmental entities that have a particular way of communicating and keeping an accountability structure. But when you're trafficking your own people, and when you're stealing from your own people, and when you're laundering money, and when you're calling political assassinations of opposition and covering it up, there's nothing legitimate about it, right? And so when you're on the street and you're fucking homeless, and you can't even get a fucking shower without somebody trying to jing your genitals, and you're sitting there overnight having this dream with these very, very intense visuals and these memes going on in the background, and you chase it down for the next 2 fucking years. What do they got coming up for Monday? Is there anything, let's see, lamb promotion? Lamb? Are you serious? Lamb? Like the children of sheep? The kids of the sheep? Okay, all right. I'm looking at it right here just like this. Census Bureau survey of residential building or zoning permit systems. Survey of residential building or zoning permit systems. Is that like when that person just showed up at the front door after my electronic record that I had filled out the census survey had been erased, which included a receipt with very specific information about what goes into an electronic census report? Now, see, I have all the paper documents, but I did it online. And when you do it online, it gives you a very specific reading. It gives you time that you spent, it gives you a receipt number, and that is an electronic record that can be coded to the paper that can be used as part of treasury issues that may or may not be a part of appropriations in terms of the actual federal budget process. What does it mean when they just delete and erase your actual electronic record and then they send someone out with a little handheld in order to say, oh, I'm sorry, I need, and the only person they come to is you? Is that because I'm zoned differently than anybody else in the building? Oh, no. It's not pancreas, it's kidney. End-stage renal disease prospective payment system, payment for renal dialysis services furnished to individuals with acute kidney injury and end-stage renal disease quality incentive program. Oh my God. Children and Family Administration. Oh God. Children and Families Administration. State plan for grants to states for refugee resettlement. Here's the best part. Oh my, you did not really do this. It's a 2020 24777. 24. I mean, we all know what 24 is about. As a matter of fact, I just posted on my LinkedIn a document that has how many 24s were they working? And 777, you mean like SB 777 from fucking the state of Illinois? So you just had a ballot initiative where you guys voted down that tax that was so important for my ass to get arrested for as part of that protest that got me kicked out of the shelter, right? But when it came to actually dealing with pension reform, what was it for? The police. SB 777 was an Illinois state bill having to do with the pension system for the damn fucking police right before my ass got bounced down to Texas for those wraparounds, right? And now you got it for fucking state plan, for grants to states, for refugee resettlement. You mean children? You got civil rights in Georgia. Georgia Advisory Committee for the Civil Rights Commission. Am I supposed to look at these things? Margin requirements for uncleared swaps for swap dealers and major swap participants. Is that what you fucking did to me? That's what you fucking did. Prohibition of foreign commercial satellite services from certain foreign entities, representations. Does that mean if you do not fit the demographic profile with the right? I don't know. I mean, what am I supposed to do? If I don't fit the right demographic fucking profile, are you gonna cut off the foreign account you're laundering through me at that moment? Because I don't really think that's what you fucking did. There's literally a goddamn fucking picture today of Maduro talking about how he's confused about the elections, dressed like I was. In my report I did on my website 2 days ago that you let finance somebody else's political campaign besides mine. Okay, yeah, education. Oh, National Survey of Charter School Facilities. Is that why I keep thinking about that old man's pension fund? The retirement bonus that you offered to that old guy? I don't know. What did I say? I just made a goddamn fucking voice file about the concept of test scores in ISD kickback schemes. It's right here. A list of approved ability to benefit test and passing scores. Ability to benefit. Oh my, see, is that going to be under intelligence, asshole? No practicable alternative for the proposed construction and operation of a replacement currency production facility at the Beltsville Agricultural Research Center. What the fuck is a replacement currency production facility at an agricultural resource center? Unless you mean an ARC like ARC. Like, I don't know, an agency that helps people with developmental disabilities, because I think that's actually exactly what you're fucking talking about. Let me ask you, how many miles away is this from Indian Head? It's in the same state. You know, the same workers' rights claims that are constitutionally enshrined. Engraving and Printing Bureau. You mean like Fort Worth? You mean like what Kamala fucking Harris was on site to claim? What is a polyvinyl chloride and copolymers production reconsideration? Is that the kind of thing that might be on somebody's clothing after they go? Never mind. Well, here's the thing. This was just produced yesterday. In the last 3 days, there have been two references to what is literally right under the Federal Aviation Administration rule airworthiness directives. In the context of what there was just like, well, didn't you say this? No, I didn't say that. One regarding Czechoslovakia, and one regarding SAAS, which is actually SAS. I'm like, you're saying SAAS, but I think you mean SAS. It's right here. It's set to post when Monday. Is it those? Is it those green bonds for those fucking the fucking the San Francisco airport? I'm fucking serious. How many of these you got? One, two, three, four, five, with a double on one. You know what that sounds like? It sounds like those goddamn fucking muni bonds for the San Francisco airport. You know those green bonds for the airport? And then you got what is it? What is it? Airbus helicopter Deutschland? What the fuck does that mean? Oh God, is that what you're really trying to do? Oh my God. And see, the thing is that this would post the day before the deadline. You know, is this the fucking payout package for that fucking trader and his little amici? Is that part of your education? Let me see. I just need to see. Let's go back up to education because I tried to skip over that. I got this thing about it. Charter school facilities. Yeah, that fucking California litigation was specifically about charter schools. There was a specific agency that had this name that sounded like this thing that they like to do. It doesn't really seem to make much sense on a lot of levels, unless, of course, they're doing something where they're using those actual kind of motions as a derivative that's supposed to go into some sort of network around what, financing a charter school. So if you do the survey, you got an index. Audio description. Hazard mitigation grant program. Is that before or after you start trafficking little girls from other countries as goddamn fucking loan program? Refugee resettlement. Impact of electric vehicles on the transmission system and wholesale electricity market roundtable discussion. Is this going to include information about the proposed carbon trust? Where military vehicles that are doing cross border action get a tax waiver? Enterprise products. Prior approval for enterprise products. Does that mean when you backdate the fucking stock, you can just say there was prior approval if you can't, what, find any documentation of what was actually happening at the time? Ah, Retirement Thrift Investment Board. It just talks about a meeting, but the meeting doesn't make any sense unless you know what they've been doing the last couple of months regarding the Federal Retirement Thrift Investment Board. Oh, you did not. Right medical. You literally got a fucking goddamn Federal Register notice posting on Monday for Right Medical? Proposed consent agreement? What the fuck are you supposed to? How many fucking kneecaps do you need to fucking pop out now? Oh my, is this about those girls, isn't it? This is literally about those fucking girls whose ankles you broke. Are you planning to loan them out? Uncommon produce commodities? In sanitary conditions at compounding facilities? You mean like compounded interest? It just gets really nasty when you got multiple accounts you gotta work. Right? Say it wasn't SAS, it was SAM, SAAM. When you go through the State Department, you're polyamorous, right? Port St. Joe, Foreign Trade Zone Board. Port St. Joe. Does that mean it's sanctified? Oh my God, preventing obesity in midlife women? Well, you know, you're going to have a really fucking hard time getting that financing for your in staged renal treatment facilities. If you successfully prevent the obesity of the midlife women you rape and harvest in order to pay for somebody else's dialysis. Didn't you real evidence building activity? You're going to give you're going to give the Homeland Security more evidence building activity? You mean certain pasta from Italy? Number three. Third reference in the last 3 days. It's literally mentioned in the fucking Federal Register with the only fucking person I'm allowed to fucking talk to. How many goddamn chemicals do you guys got in the fucking International Trade Administration expected to post on Monday? I can't fucking believe you guys. And then you got the fucking tuna? It's not tuna, assholes, it's salmon. Spent fuel storage casks. Certificate of compliance number 1040. 1040 is a goddamn fucking tax form, you stupid fucks. You guys are too late with your radioactive waste and reactor related storage facilities. You know you're too late. 6 plus 9, 15. 15 fucking days after the deadline. You know what that sounds like? It sounds like somebody's fucking corporate posting notice. Who did you let hook up a deal this high fucking profile based on an intentional fucking default on a federal obligation around disposal of radioactive fucking waste? That is the most fucking blatantly, disgustingly treasonous thing I've ever fucking seen. And I'm not even done. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. You got 7 SEC notices. Right under the Peace Corps. You got. And then you got a. Are you trying to do a fucking work? Are you trying to do a wraparound on the goddamn fucking PA Iranian State Department money laundering scheme? Except now you're gonna go through the SEC. Are you going through the Securities and Exchange Commission, or is this part of this little black ops setup you got right down fucking town with some guy who claims he's got the cover of Rumsfeld? Oh my god. So it's the Army Futures Command. So you literally coded a 15-day fucking delivery on a goddamn fucking nuclear default of the federal fucking government to do black ops for a domestic terrorist cell operating as if it's got the cover of the fucking Department of Defense. Yeah, I just felt that too. Yeah, it hurt bad, didn't it? How many agency collections do you got right now? Why is it taking so fucking long to get the results in Pennsylvania? Generalized system of preferences. Treasury Department. Engraving and Printing Bureau. You mean Treasury Department. Go see where those refugees are. This is capital. I'm telling you right fucking now. You know, too fucking. How many fucking times over the fucking weekend you got this shit working for people? And what do you end up doing the next day? Hey, remember that shit from King County? Huh? You remember that shit? You know? Yeah, you do.